Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. I thought I would tone it down a little bit today because I've been looking at my past videos and I'm realizing that they're just kind of a lot. There's a lot going on today. It's a crazy day. Number one, why am I always wearing this shirt? I have a quiz in like an hour and I'm very concerned about it. I'm very nervous, worried, anxious, disturbed, troubled, bothered, uneasy, you may say. Ill at ease. Honestly, that's how I feel right now. Apprehensive. Definitely. I definitely feel apprehensive. Agitated? I mean, I don't know. I'm having kind of an okay time right now. Unquiet. That is true. So I don't know if you guys remember in the last one of the vlogs that I've posted at some point mentioning that my mom wants to get a car. And it was sort of like a abstract thing. We're in the middle of a pandemic, right? Everybody is staying at home. We're in quarantine. I drive my mom to work in the morning. I drive her home from work in the afternoon. Otherwise, I don't leave the house because we're not supposed to do that right now because it is unsafe. But see, like if there's something that you need to do, you can come up with 8 million reasons not to do it. You may say, we're in the middle of a pandemic. Maybe later an airplane crashes into your house. You know, there's always gonna be a reason that you can't go and buy a car, right? But that doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. Unfortunately, I'm buying a car today. My mom and I are buying a car. It was on Craigslist and some man that I don't know brought it to my house, and then we did a little test drive, and today we're gonna take it to a mechanic, and then I think I'm gonna take it. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna take it today, but like soon. I'm a little kind of scared, disturbed, you could say, ill at ease, bothered about this entire situation. Last summer I wanted to buy a car. I really wanted to. I was very close to doing it. And then I decided no, because it wasn't the right decision for me financially. Unfortunately, this decision is really no longer mine to make because it doesn't just affect me. It also affects my family. So I'm gonna take a quiz, and then in 2 hours, I'm gonna go pick up this car. I mean, it should be fun. I'm excited about it. You know what I mean? I don't seem excited, but I am. I promise. I promise that I'm excited. It's just, it's a big thing to do in your life. You know what I mean? But I found out about this specific car about 16 hours ago. So it just isn't that. It's just not that long. It's just not that much time. But I'm excited. So I'll see you guys there. There is a man. You know it's gonna be a good story when I started out with there is a man. I walk outside because it's time to get some content. There's a man across the street smoking a cigarette, which is fine. Up to you. I'm not one to judge. Your choices simply don't affect me. So I have nothing to say on that. I'm just saying he's smoking a cigarette and he's walking. I would say walking, to put it liberally. He is kind of wandering, sort of lollygagging. What do people say? In a little circle, just very slowly. I'm afraid this man is gonna judge me. I cannot be vlogging in public because it's just embarrassing, and I have some dignity to maintain. So it's been a couple days. Oh wow, I'm wearing a different shirt. Shout out to Shravani for giving me this shirt that she used to use as a pillowcase. Shravani, I love you and I miss you every day. Okay, moving on. The man from Craigslist. Very nice man. Very nice guy. Father, kids. Gave me the car. He gave it to me. I mean, we did pay him. I have a car that I didn't have before, so that's pretty cool. Unfortunately, we don't have insurance for me to drive it. The registration is also expired. And thirdly, we don't have the title, which is this fancy document that basically says that you own the car. He has to give it to us to say that we own the car and that we paid him to... We didn't steal the car from him. Okay, this is me in my car. Hello. It's a 2003 Toyota Avalon, It's in great condition. I mean, I don't know anything about cars, but I do know that it's cute and it's in good condition. And they said a lot of fancy words about the engine. This is sort of like the inside of it. You can't see it because my hand's there. I'm stupid. Hello. I still don't own it technically because of this thing called the title. So we go to the mechanic. And because you need to take, if you're buying a used car, heads up, life tips and tricks from Kaylee IDC. If you're buying a car, you really need to take it to a mechanic to make sure that the seller isn't lying to you about like how good the car is, because this is America and sellers don't have to tell you the truth about anything. And I'm sorry that I keep looking around everywhere, but it's because I'm walking in public right now and I'm very nervous about people who are going to see me and judge me for what I'm doing. But I'm just very scared that my neighbors will say, why is this girl filming herself walking? That's a weird thing to do, objectively. I understand it. It's understandable. It's a strange... Anyway, we're at the mechanic. The mechanic tells us you're good to go after a long time of waiting with that one other man circling around us and making us all very uncomfortable. The guy that's selling the car, very nice man, he was like, you know, you can take it. Like, I don't need it right now. You can take it. I'm gonna hang on to the title. So if you get pulled over or something, like, they know it belongs to me, but you can take it until you can pay me the rest of the money. And we were like, bet, you know? We were like, ugh. We were like, sounds great. Sounds like a good thing. So I drive the car home like this, like that. And then I go pick up my mom later. And I'm like, yeah, we got the car. And she's like, great. This is exactly what I wanted to happen. We make a stop at one of my mom's friend's houses. And, you know, from a very respectable distance, we're showing them the car. They're like, okay, great. It looks cool. The only reason we left my house, actually, to be clear, is because we needed to bring the man that sold us the car the first check. And then we're like, we're in the neighborhood, let's stop by my mom's friend's house. And then that neighborhood is really close to my dad's house. So I was like, let me show my dad, because he would be very excited. We started driving to my house. There's a gas station right by my house. I'm on this road. It's one of those really annoying one-lane roads, which there are very few of them in Houston, but it's like technically a neighborhood road, but a lot of people use it. So there should be more than one lane, but there isn't. So I'm on this road. I have to turn left past this gas station. So I'm slowing down. I know that the people behind me are gonna have to stop and wait, but that's just the realities of making a left-hand turn on a one-lane road. I'm slowing down. I'm putting on my blinker. It's like, all right, time to make this left turn. And I look in my mirror and I notice that there's a car behind me kind of coming at me. And I'm like, why would this car be coming at me? Like, I haven't done anything wrong. And I'm like, that car is gonna hit me. Like, it's about to hit me. So I'm like, And then my initial reaction is to take my foot off the brake. So I move forward a little bit. That all happens in the span of like 0.6 seconds. And then obviously we get hit by this car that was coming at me for some reason. It was interesting. I was like, that car is just going way too fast. Like, they should be putting on their brakes. Like, they're gonna hit me. So the car hits us, me and my mom in the passenger seat. And we're both, I would say, fairly upset because we don't actually officially own this car. We just put a down payment on it. I'm not driving with insurance on it. We don't have the title, which is a pretty big problem. It would be really upsetting to be in an accident right now. But unfortunately, that's the situation we see ourselves in. We were all good. We were all fine. So the first thing I do is stop the car, put it in park, put on the hazards. I'm a safe driver, okay? And get out. And this girl gets out from the car and she was like, I'm so sorry. Like, my foot was on the brake. Like, the brake wasn't working, which is super concerning because, like, if you're driving a car, like, your brake, like, you can't drive a car if your brake isn't working. And then I looked at the back. I saw some minor scratches, but to be honest, like, it was fine. We were like, okay, there's already scratches on the car that were worse than the scratch that she gave us. It was like not even really a big deal at all. I was actually very surprised how there was basically no damage. Surprising, like, the day that I got into my first accident happened to be the very first day that I bought a car for myself. Well, my mom and I bought a car for myself. But again, we didn't have the title. Basically, if we had tried to report the accident to the police, that would have been like, it would have been a huge hassle. And then it would have been like, you don't have a title, you don't have insurance, And then maybe when I did try and get insurance, it was gonna be way higher. Like, honestly, I like wasn't sure what to do. I was like, I know I'm supposed to ask for like her name and her like driver's license or whatever, but I was like, I just can't do that. She's also driving like a really beat up car, and I felt bad for her, and like she shouldn't be driving a car with that doesn't have brakes at work, but I just kind of felt bad. So we were like, okay, you can go. And then I drove to my dad's house to show him the car and have him look at the back, and like he seemed to think that it was fine. Also, the girl, she hugged me, which was a little concerning because like what if you're sick, ma'am? You can't be doing this. But I had to hug her back because what an event. I hope you enjoyed this sort of little story time episode while I'm just sort of walking my neighborhood. Yeah, that's my story, and thank you guys for watching.